The methodology: See, Judge, Act. Base ecclesial communities, better known as CEBs, have developed a culture of shared meaning and understanding. CEBs have functioned as agents in their own liberation, but their methodology has roots that precede the liberation theology movement. In this podcast, we will explore the origin and key elements of the See, Judge, Act method. Belgian Catholic priest Father Joseph Cardijn was an inspiration to many people who would become influential in liberation theology, like Leonardo Boff and Dom Helder Camara. Father Cardijn was also an influence on young Christian workers. This group was deeply rooted in social action and had a deep commitment to their Catholic faith. Father Cardijn developed the method known as See, Judge, Act that would become popular for young Christian workers in Brazil and similar groups across the globe. His approach would be recommended by Pope John XXIII in his letter, Mother and Teacher. The key elements of See, Judge, Act comprise a reflection process that consists of three essential questions. The first element is see. First, what do we see? People must consider the lived reality of individuals and communities. Lived reality is a way of saying first-hand experience. This embodied approach empowers the local communities and those most directly affected by the issues at hand. Examination includes their actions, feelings, words, and what they convey is happening around them. The next element is judge. Then one would ask, what do we decide? This element consists of two parts. One, social analysis. A complete picture of the social situation is considered by exploring historical and structural relationships. The idea behind this is, why are things this way? For example, are students in a high-risk area underperforming, or are they impacted by issues such as food insecurity? The second part of this question is a theological reflection. What does Scripture or church doctrine teach about this issue? Biblical values and principles can offer a perspective on social realities. For example, what is the church's doctrine on children or poverty? The last element is to act. This is where strategic planning occurs to transform the social structures that contribute to suffering and injustice. In the context of student hunger, educational institutions might be challenged to provide free lunch for students, or advocacy might turn towards starting a local food bank for needy families. The benefits of this approach are to move beyond individualistic thinking and look towards systems and structures that have a real societal impact on everyday lives. This approach provides a macro perspective of what people often consider to be micro issues. The See, Judge, Act method challenges Christians to expand their witness beyond their own personal faith. By utilizing See, Judge, Act, local church leaders can become advocates of social justice concerns. First, they can form listening circles where parishioners or the local community can voice the issues that impact them in their everyday lives. Secondly, leaders can perform a theological audit of the issues and examine theological stances on the issues brought before them. Finally, leaders in connection with the community can advocate for structural changes to meet the needs of their community. Now that you know more about See, Judge, Act, how would you implement this method in your local community?